Okay, we should be going. What's up, guys? I am probably not going to send this video to my editors. I just want to sit down and talk to you guys. I have a lot to update you on. There are so many things happening in my life right now that I figured just like a regular sit down talk would be perfect for this. So Christmas break was amazing. And then after Christmas break, I got some really hard news. I got some news that one of my best guy friends, Josh, had passed away in a tragic hiking accident. And so that was really hard. And I then had like a 13-hour travel home to get home to be with all of our friends. And so I've done absolutely nothing except just kind of grieve that entire process and just deal with it as it comes. And it's been a really hard, really long amount of days. So like the rest of from Christmas until right past New Year's, it's January 2nd. It's just been really hard. And finally, like I can talk about it with being okay. So I think one thing that I want to share with you guys is number one, that's kind of why it's been a week since I've picked up my camera. So I needed that time to be with my friends and to just kind of deal with what we were dealing with. But one thing that I really want to share with you guys from, Josh, and I want to dedicate this video to Josh. I actually just recorded a podcast on it and dedicated that to him as well. And that's more of like a, trying to help you guys with dealing with loss and things that I went through and what I've learned. So if you guys are interested in that, announcement. My podcast is launching soon. This video is going to be all over the place and I'm not going to apologize. I'll get my life together when I can. And right now it's just, it's like this, it's everywhere. But today's day one of like getting everything back in order. The thing that I wanted to share with you guys about, sharing about my friend Josh is that Josh has fully inspired me and our entire friend group to live our lives so differently. After reflecting on 2018 when this happened, after experiencing it, feeling it, and I was reflecting a little bit, I was like, what if that had been me? What if I was the one that did not make it to 2019? And I sadly realized that I would have had a lot of regrets. I realized that I feel like I'm such a person that is so appreciative for life and for every day. And I've experienced loss so many times that I feel like I do have that perspective, but somewhere along the way, it kind of got lost. I kind of got distracted during this year of 2018. And when I look back, I do see a lot of really great moments. I see awesome trips with friends. I see awesome, like kind of highlights, right? Kind of what you guys have seen on Instagram. But when I think about my daily life and I think about, my happiness, I wasn't truly happy in 2018 for a lot of reasons. And yes, there was real life stress and real life things that caused stress and overwhelm and insane amount of anxiety. And I think just upon looking at it, I was like, if that had been me that had gone out at the end of 2018, I would have had a lot of regrets. And I don't want that to happen at the end of 2019. Not that I expect all of 2019 to come, but if it does, if I go through the entire year, I want to look back having just the most sense of peace and happiness that I lived my life in 2019 and I was happy and I was free and I made decisions for me even when it made others unhappy. I want to live my life so differently. One thing that Josh taught us all was just to be free to be yourself, be free to speak your mind. If you have something on your heart, even if it's something as little as, wow, like your outfit looks so good, tell your friend. One thing about him is that he always made his friends feel like badasses. If his friend had a good outfit on, he told him, he's like, you look good. If they accomplished something, no matter how small, like he spoke on it. He made sure not just to recognize it, but to appreciate whatever it is that you were dealing with or that you just accomplished, or if you were just grinding day to day, like he made you feel so good. And I think life truly is about how you make others feel. And he's had such an insane impact. Like this really has like shook our entire friend group because, he was 32 years old and he had a hiking accident and essentially had brain damage, and that's how he passed. It was such a like freak quick, like it was so quick, you guys. Like 1 second we're talking to him on the phone and 2 hours later is when he passed. Like it really puts it into perspective for you about how quickly things can change and just how short life is. We never would have thought that would have happened, and it was way too close at home for all of us. And I know that I want to live my life differently moving into 2019. I want to speak my mind. I want to say the amazing things about my friends as I think them. I don't know about you, but sometimes I think them, and a lot of the times I'll speak on it and I'll appreciate someone for like big things, but I want to do it for the little things, you know? I want to do it for like, damn girl, you're having a good hair day, you know, or something small. Like I want to embody more of how he did that. I want to embody more of how if he wanted to do a trip, he did it. Like he was so spontaneous. He was so adventurous. He explored. He loved nature and Mother Earth, which I do as well, but he like hiked like every single weekend. And in California, why would you not do that? I want to live my life more inspired by Josh, and that's what I'm going to do moving forward. And that's why I want to share this with you guys, because I hope that you're able to see that, like, I mean, it very easily, that could have been me. Someone else could be posting to my YouTube channel right now saying, I'm sorry, but Emily's gone. Like, that's literally like the reality of it. And I just want to have no regrets if that day comes, when that day comes, you know? And so I hope that encourages you guys to think about how you want to live your life differently in 2019. So that is my life update with, you know, that's just what I've been dealing with. And it's been really, really hard. And there's been different stages and different waves of emotion that comes with that. But with that said, life goes on, and Josh would be laughing at me right now saying, put your big girl panties on, Emily, keep going. Like, you got to keep pushing, breathe right through it. It's fine. Life goes on, and like, go crush it. And he'd want me to like live life so full and so free and so just me. And that's what I'm going to do. So that is the life update with that. Moving forward, podcast is launching. I'm so excited. It is the Evolve with Emily show on iTunes. Right now, Apple is still approving it, so there's like a long process with them. But the second that it's approved, you guys are going to have 4 episodes that are already uploaded, so you can immediately listen to 4 different episodes. And then from there, we'll do 1 episode releasing every single week. I'm so stoked. This is probably, I would say top 3 things that I'm really excited for in 2019, but definitely maybe the first. I'm not sure. I'm so excited about getting on this new platform, and I love podcasting. And it's just, the first few have been really rough because it's a new platform. I'm learning the platform, learning how to use my voice on that platform. But I just did the 5th episode and it came much more freely. So I'm really excited for that. And I hope that if you guys are into podcasting, that you will subscribe to my podcast and rate and review it and all that good stuff. The next thing is I definitely do have some word vomit. I definitely still have some coaching spots available. So if you guys are interested in fitness and health coaching with me, go to shopwithemilyhayden.com. The link will be below, and check it out there. On there, I also I haven't spoke about this here, but I have downloadable programs. So if you're interested in muscle building, or if you're interested in fat loss, I have different workout programs for that. But when you purchase that, it's not just a workout program. You get my ebook, which has like all nutrition information, supplement information, beginners lifting, beginners cardio, so answering just questions that beginners have. And then it also comes with 4 hours of coaching calls. Now, whether you get the muscle building or the fat loss, the coaching calls are the same ones that I'm including in each one of those. So it's just talking about how to live your healthy, fit lifestyle that you absolutely love in a maintainable way. So it's just hoping to instill in you guys a way to make it a consistent part of your life versus like a hard diet that you're following. So that's my coaching. Another update with me is that I have finally found my next place. I'm so excited. Now, I've addressed this multiple times. I think I have addressed it on my YouTube, but for sure multiple times on my Instagram, and people still ask. So you guys know that my best friend and I, Amanda, moved in together back in May, and that began the most teachable lesson that I think I had in 2018. And essentially, her and our friendship is so much better now that we've gone through all the hardship of our friendship and of living together. Essentially, you guys, we were best friends, and we're both like, yeah, we speak our mind, it'll be great, let's move in together. And we're both entrepreneurs, and we both have dogs, which the dogs are psycho together. Like, they're literally crazy together. They just like nonstop are crazy, and sometimes they're like too rough together. So like the dogs was a major, it made the house more chaotic than it needed to be. And then on top of that, her and I both do podcasting and YouTube videos, or, you know, video content, coaching calls where you're like, you know, sitting on your computer and you're like talking out loud to the computer. And because 2 of us both do that exact same thing in the exact same small space, there was like no sense of just peace, and there was like never any quiet, and it just was like super chaotic and like way too much. So it was a really hard realization coming to that. And of course, like feelings got hurt, you know, left and right in the beginning of talking about this and being open about our wants and our needs. But as soon as we were able to like really come to terms with it and not take it personally and realize that it just was not a good move for either of us, we were able to get to a better spot in our friendship where like literally I go over there probably once a week now just to hang out and catch up and see what's going on. So I was doing a lot of traveling the last month or so that really helped with me not being there. But I now have found a new place and I do have a new roommate. And it's funny because I definitely learned a lot from having this roommate experience where now I knew exactly what to look for. I knew that it was not a smart decision for me to move in with somebody that also works at home and does the same thing that I do, because it's too much. So when I was looking for a roommate, I was super specific in what I needed. I was like, I need someone that fits my, you know, cleanliness. I need someone that fits my like work. So I looked for somebody that worked outside of the house from 9 to 5, and that's what I found. And she seems really great. We've hung out like three or four times now. And she seems great. She seems perfect. She's full-time outside of the house, so it's not going to be an issue. So yay, I'm so happy. I actually move in on the 11th, January 11th. So that'll be really exciting. And just, I feel like I'm getting such a fresh new start. And you guys, I'm so like inspired and excited to live my life in 2019, even just for today. Like, I'm so excited. I just recorded a podcast and it was awesome. I'm talking to YouTube, which is one thing that I absolutely love. And you guys, I'm going to do more of what I love and a lot less of what stresses me out or makes me feel overwhelmed when life is way too short to feel that way. And I'm just going to do more of what makes me happy on a consistent basis, and not just have happy moments and happy events and happy things, but I'm really going to reconstruct my life and do whatever I have to do to make sure that I'm enjoying life on a daily basis, and that the majority of my life and of this year is lived in happiness and and I know everything can't be blissful. I'm not delusional over here, but like a majority of it should be something that I enjoy, should be a struggle, should be hard, but something that is overall more enjoyable than not. I also got a new tattoo. You guys might have seen it earlier in the video. And I should have talked about this earlier, but this tattoo is inspired by Josh. So Josh, one of his things was like feathers all the time. And it was actually last January 1st, that he gave me, we like went to a festival together and I went all out for the festival. And I was like, you know what, if it's my first festival ever, I'm going to do the right hair, I'm going to do the right outfit, like I'm going to go all out. And so I show up and he's like, Emily, he's like, you look so sick. I am so proud of you. Like, you did it right. And he was like so proud. And he's like, I have to commemorate this moment. And he gave me like one of his eagle feathers. And that to him was like his freedom feather. And so it's just something that really represents him. And it represents the way that he lived his life, so free and unapologetic. And so I had to get one in memory of him. And hopefully it focuses. But it's right here on my wrist. And his other thing was like, that was always his pose that he did. But every time I see this, I'm just going to remember to live my life more fully me, more fully free, and just all out, like with no regrets. So this is something that I wanted to get just to inspire myself to live by my promises that I said to myself. And if you guys want to read that caption, it is on Instagram. It's the caption of him and I, and just kind of me talking about it out loud on Instagram, and I put all my promises in there. So that is a representation of all the promises to myself inspired by Josh. So he was such an incredible human, and I know that there's been people that reached out to me about my Instagram post saying that my Instagram post has inspired them to live life differently, and that was inspired by Josh. So like the change that he's creating is unreal, and I hope that one day when I pass, that I'm able to create such a large change and impact in other people's lives as well. And that's one reason why I will never stop doing YouTube or podcasting. Like, I'm so excited for both, because that's how I reach you guys. That's how I make my impact, and I want to keep doing that. And it's something that truly makes me so happy and that I love and I enjoy. So I'm going to continue to do it and to get better at it and keep it up. That is all my life update that I have for you. I know it was a lot. I just threw so much on you guys, but after this, I'm going to return to some more vlogs. Definitely back at it with my muscle building program. One thing I did not do over Christmas break or during this hard time is I did not stop lifting. I kept lifting. I kept working out hard. It's always been my outlet for everything. And so it's been really great to keep that up. One thing that I did stop doing was getting all of my meals in. not intentionally, it's just been really hard. And nutrition hasn't been my 100% focus right now. I've just been trying to just get through. And now I feel like I'm over the hump of just getting through the day. And I feel like I can really be focused and intentional now. And I can hear Josh in my head, like, get your shit together, Emily, and get this taken care of. Like, he was such a good, like, in your face, like, friend that would just tell you the truth. And that's why him and I connected, like, so deeply, because I'm the same kind of person. So I'm using that as my motivation to really stay on top of my stuff. But I want to know, from watching this video, I want to know how you guys are going to promise to live your life differently, because I want you to really think about, like, what if that was your brother? What if that was your best friend? What if that was you? How are you going to live your life differently, just having that in your mind? I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for listening to